Hi guys, Bolt here once again with more Steel Division Normandy 44 Battlegroup reviews. Yeah, this is one of the new ones that released with the DLC. This is the 4th Armored, the Georgie's Boys. Lots and lots of new toys to play with. And without further ado, we're just going to jump into the Recon tab. Now, I already had like a review recorded of this Battlegroup, but I made some new changes to it. And I think it's way better right now. So yeah, might as well make a new video. So, in the Recon tab, there's a lot of units you can choose out of, even this funny looking 50 cal Jeep, I guess. I'm not quite sure if it's going to be really useful. I really don't like vehicle recon, as you know, unless it's actually powerful enough to hold its own, like the M8 over here. I've put 4 of them in B phase together with some Cavalry Scouts. These guys are 6-man squads with AT weapons, and they come in the WC-52 with the 50 cal. So a good combination of infantry and vehicle recon. In phase A, we have some smaller squad recon, like the basic recon unit with the Thompson machine guns. Really nice to use on the battlefield, although you could just swap these out for Cavalry Scouts, because both of their stealth is very good, and yeah, they're gonna be hard to detect, but I just like that these guys come in the M20, which is a really nice little vehicle to have in the beginning together with those guys. So yeah, I guess it's a good combination. And to basically balance it out, I've also put in some Cavalry Scouts again, those 6-man units, 6-man squads with the AT weapons and the WC-52 vehicle. Yeah, so the new unit in this battle group is the Bentham, I guess. Don't really recommend these kind of vehicles. I don't really think they're that good. Like, might as well just get an M8. In the infantry tab, lots and lots of infantry. In phase A, I've put in the leader units. Obviously, we have 10 rifles with 12 men each, so 120 dudes to use, and that's all I have in phase A. And what you can get together with them is some LMG rifle units, just some support units, I guess. 10-man squads, so also really good. But to be honest, these guys already have some good MGs. These guys do more HE damage, but I don't think it's really worth the price. Like, it's 55 points. I might be mistaken. They do come in the M3s, so just for the sake of it, I'm gonna make one more adjustment and get some of these guys and see how that plays out on the battlefield. This means I will need to be a lot more careful with my units, because I will need to micro these a little bit better. But yeah, we'll try them out. I've had success with these guys in the past, especially with these M3s, so we'll keep it this way. In phase B, lots and lots of units you can choose out of. More rifles, machine guns, leaders, and engineers. And I've pretty much put all those in there. We have some engineers in phase B, some army leaders also come in the M3 there. More rifles in the M3. And more machine guns, the M1917 in the M3. So in phase B, you're going really heavily on the mechanized part. What you could do is, if you don't really use engineers that much, they do have frags, so really good in towns. I would just remove that and maybe get some more infantry in phase A, like some more rifles. It's probably best. In the tank tab, what this deck is all about is, well, you have lots of M4s. You even have the M475 Abram, really veteraned up unit, and also leader and an ace. So really beautiful unit to use in the beginning of the game, together with some AT or anti-tank destroyers, which is really effective together. So yeah, that's the only tank we have in phase A, but we kind of balance it out with some anti-tank, and we'll get to that really soon. It's literally the only tank you can select in phase A. In phase B, lots of light tanks you can choose out of, but I just bypassed all of those. I just went for the M4s. I have 8 of these together with the command M4 with a 76 mil instead of the 75. So a little bit more, actually a lot of AP and a lot of accuracy extra, plus 200 meters range extra, and it's a command. So just plop one of these on the battlefield with a few of these, and they should be quite powerful. You do need to keep attention, well, keep track of your tanks basically, because they are not the most armored tanks in the game. The Axes will out armor you most of the time, so just be careful with those. In phase C, you can get more M4s, some rhinos, and some more of these M4A176s. So I just went for these guys, and I've gotten the rhinos here. And if we use these guys together, they will be really powerful, because this guy will give the rhinos 1 more star, so really veteran them up. And they have 12 armor and 10 AP. And together with these guys, I guess that's a good balance of 12 front armor and 13 AP. So I try to mix my tanks up and use the mix on the battlefield instead of just plopping down like 8 of these, expecting them to kill everything. But yeah, really nice loadout here in terms of tanks. I wish you had some jumbos, but then again, I guess this battle group is more focusing on mid-range tanks. In the support, you can choose out a lot of units. There's a lot of HE tanks. I'll just call them HE tanks. So support tanks, 1200 meters range, 15 HE. You have these M8 commands, which are really nice, fast moving vehicles, really good for like killing lightly armored vehicles and just suppress the crap out of infantry. You have more of those M4s with the HE cannons, more M8 Scouts, more cavalry. M8s basically the same as a command, but without the command part. M20 commands and more supplies, and that's literally all you can choose out of. So I just went for supplies, some of the cavalry in phase A to kind of help out our lack of tanks or lack of firepower and armor, and in phase C we just went for supply trucks, and this is definitely going to be necessary later on in phase C. In anti-tank, as I said, I kind of try to help my lack of tanks in phase A by getting some of these Hellcats. So I have 1 Hellcat in phase A. I have some AT guns in phase A, and I have some bazooka squads in phase A as well to help out in towns and like forest and stuff. You can actually get a lot of these bazooka units if you want to, but I just recommend getting 1 of them. That should be more than enough. In phase B we have more Hellcats, 3 of these to help out with the lack of armor piercing values that we have. Everything is pretty much only 10 instead of besides the 76 mil M4s that we have. So these guys will help them out. They do have paper thin armor, so be careful with them. And that's literally the only tank destroyer that you have, so you gotta be careful. They do have 1200 meters range, so try to keep it at max range. And yeah, besides that, we basically went for the best AT guns you can get with this battle group, the 76 mils, the M5s, all veteraned up as well. 14 AP, really good units to have, and it's like a good fallback line that you can build with these guys. You know, if you see that your tanks are kind of outmatched by the enemy tigers or panthers and whatnot, you can go for a ton of these M1s, but like you're not gonna really use more than like 6 AT guns in the entire game unless you're doing like a huge 10v10. So I just recommend going for the best of the best and just get 4 of them. That should be plenty. Just micro them a bit. In the AA tab, lots of M15s and M16s, so I just basically went for all of them. We have 2 M16s in phase A. We have 3 of them in phase B. I think 2 of them in phase A is enough. If you're not really comfortable with it, you can just delete this and get more in phase A, I guess. Which I might actually do since we kind of lack fighters. And in phase B, we also have some of these M15s. And now that I think of it, let's just quickly go over to our air tab. There's no fighters. The only, well, you do have fighters, but they're in phase B or C, so you gotta be weary of that. I just went for the P-38s in phase C to veteran them up. They're not the best fighters. Their agility is not great, and they kind of have bad resilience, so you gotta be careful with them. And I just went for the best of the best to make sure they actually deal some damage. We have some carpet bombing planes, the B-26B Marauder with 20 45 kilo bombs. Really intense. It actually stuns the crap out of pretty much everything it hits and actually kills infantry really easily. So definitely should be in your deck. Really good. And they have 450s, so they can actually do some I guess I wouldn't say dogfighting, but if they have to, they could defend themselves. And to top it off, I do have some heavier bombers. We have the P-38 Lightning with 2 230 kilogram bombs. Also comes with 450 cals and a 20 mil. The new unit in the air tab is the B-26B-10 Marauder with its 950 cals. Does a crap ton of just stunning damage to anything you target. Resilience is really good. It's a really beefy unit. Like if you want to take out an AT gun, it'll do just that. It'll kill the infantry on it. So it's a really good unit to use. But in my experience, I've kind of lacked firepower when I use this because I couldn't really select any more planes. So if you actually delete something, I would recommend putting this in here with the points you just freed up. In the artillery tab, we have 4 of these M21s. Definitely put all 4 of them in. It just destroys everything you fire at. It kills, like, not tanks obviously, but Flak 88s, it just kills those with a direct hit. It's really good. And I've just used 4 of them so I can quickly fire a salvo and then get the hell out. They do need a lot of supplies. They only pack 10 rounds per unit, so you need supplies. In Phase B, we have some of these M7s, which I might just remove, to, you know, to get maybe more planes or something. But then again, you do need artillery in like all phases, and I think this will definitely be critical to my success, especially with armor. And in Phase A, we have some mortars to basically help out all around the battle map. And I went for these guys instead of the M21s because you only get 1 of these, and you can get 2 of these. Although these guys are really just easy to kill. Yeah, which makes me kind of wonder, should I just get these, let's see, 10 rounds per minute versus 13. So it's kind of a we just got to be careful with them. We just got to be careful. We cannot be all too lazy. But yeah, that's literally all we have. As I said, you could delete something. Maybe we can delete something in the recon tab to get more planes or something. It just depends on how you really want to play. And I do like these M20s, so I'm just going to keep them in there. But that's it for the 4th Armored, guys. Really nice looking deck. Kind of lacks really heavy tanks, but really shines in Phase B with all those tank destroyers and the M4s. But yeah, that was it, guys. Hopefully you all enjoyed this. The deck code is in the description of this video. Check it out, import it, and have some fun. Adjust it to your own liking. And thank you for watching once again. Take care.